Hi, AP Bio. So here's me going over the agenda for day 6. So first I'm going to go over some due dates, then some announcements, then I'm going to go through one Hardy-Weinberg practice problem that was requested, and then I'm going to explain the classwork and homework for today. And how do you like these beautiful slides? I needed something to keep me cheery. Wish you guys were all here. It's weird doing this by myself. Okay, continuing. So, due dates. Due today is reading 6-2, which I am going to be super generous about whether or not you submit it. I'm not going to put in any zeros. It's just if you submit it, I'll give you points. If you don't, no worries. It doesn't hurt you. And then the Hardy-Weinberg practice problems are due today, and that one I am expecting to be done because you submit it as a Google Doc to Google Classroom. And due Thursday will be quiz 6-1 corrections. I'll go over that in a second. And I'm being prepared for quiz 6-2, which I'll also explain more on a later slide. So those are the due dates. I will say I finished grading quiz 6-1, and overall I was really proud of you guys. You did very well. And like almost all of you did it, and guys, thank you for sticking with us. So some announcements. So there's been a bunch of information coming out from College Board, and there is more to come along the lines of AP exam announcements. But the big news for right now is that we are done with new content. They decided to have the AP exam not cover the entire year as always planned, but instead to stop with Unit 6. So we are done with new content. Oh, sorry, that's AP Unit 6, not our Unit 6. So basically, it will include everything up to molecular genetics and won't really include much about evolution at all. I'm going to have basically our year is going to end with Hardy-Weinberg. So you will see on your final exam natural selection and Hardy-Weinberg, but that will be it for evolution. So yeah, we're done with new content. Super weird to say. And so that means that the calendar that I've created for us for after spring break is going to be changing. More on that later. I've also heard some rumors that the exam is going to be much more heavily focused on free response questions, which I'll explain more when I hear more, but I do think that means we're going to spend our extra time reviewing a lot on free response questions. And other announcement, I just want to say I miss you all. It's very weird to be doing this without all of your lovely faces looking back and smiling or making jokes or whatever. So anyway, and it's been really nice to see those of you who have signed up for virtual tutoring. It's been lovely to see you and get to know that we're all still here and in it together. Okay, so I wanted to go over these practice problems from the homework that was due today. So here we have this scenario, and there are a few different ways to find the allele frequencies in this particular problem because it's a little different. So there are no homozygous recessive individuals, so you can't start with Q squared like all of the other problems I've shown you. So instead, you can either say that there are 8 homozygous dominant individuals, which I know because there's a total of 10 individuals, and 2 are heterozygous, which means that there are 8 that are homozygous dominant because they all have free earlobes, which is the dominant trait. And then I can say 8 homozygous recessive individuals, which means 8 divided by 10 has to equal P squared. And I can use that to then find P and Q, right? So I would do the square root of that would give me P, and then 1 minus that value would give me Q, because remember, P plus Q equals 1. The other way to do this is, I just want to show you that there's multiple ways to do it, is you could say, okay, there are 8 homozygous dominant people, which means that there are 8 times 2 dominant alleles, plus for the 2 heterozygous people, that actually tells me that there are 2 dominant alleles. So there are 18 dominant alleles out of a total of 20 alleles total. Why are there 20 alleles total? Because there are 10 people, and for 10 people, it would be 10 times 2 equals 20. So 18 divided by 20 would give me P. And then again, I could use the fact that P plus Q equals 1. So those are 2 different ways to find P and Q. And then for this one, so you have to have found P and Q. P, oh goodness, I believe is 0.9, but let me just check that really quick. Pretty sure I remember that P is 0.9, but I'm going to double check. Yes, okay, so you take the fact that 0.9 is P and that Q is 0.1, and it's asking how many people will have attached earlobes when the population is 10,000. So Q is 0.1, but it's asking for number of people with attached earlobes. Attached is the recessive trait. And number of people, that means we have to be talking about genotypes. So we need to be talking about Q squared. So what I would do is I would take my value for Q squared, which again is 0.1 times 0.1. Take my value for Q squared and multiply that times 10,000. And that's going to give me my value. So your answer here will be 0.1 times 0.1 times 10,000. So 100. So there will be 100 people with attached earlobes when the planet's population reaches 10,000. Okay, hope that was helpful. Next, second to last slide. For the classwork / homework for today, this is what you are to do today, but it's not due until Thursday. So take your time doing it. You are going to log on to AP Classroom, find quiz 6-1, and then go through each question. And in the Google Doc that I posted to Google Classroom, it's going to look like this, except your name will be in the title. You are to explain in 1 sentence why the answer that you chose for each question was wrong or right. Yes, even if you get it right, I want you to explain. On AP Classroom, there should be an explanation for each question describing the correct answer and why that's the correct answer, but let me know if you have any issues finding any of that, and I will be happy to walk you through it, although honestly I would need you with me on Google Hangouts probably or something, because I've never seen it from the student end. But I'm sure I can help you walk through it. Or worst case scenario, I'll just give you screenshots of what I see on my end. If you haven't done quiz 6-1 yet, please do email me right away because I need to reopen the quiz for you because it is now closed. So definitely get in contact if you haven't done it. And then last word, if you are wondering what will be on quiz 6-2, so quiz 6-2 is going to be on Thursday, so you're going to need to complete that before 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. That will cover Hardy-Weinberg. It will also cover, again, content from quiz 6-1, so that's part of why we're doing those quiz corrections. I want you to be learning from your mistakes, just like always. And there will definitely be more weight put towards FRQs because, as I said, I think that we're going to need to do some extra practice for that, considering how the AP exam might be reformatted for this year. So, look forward to that on Thursday. I miss you all. Stay healthy. Bye, guys.